Hey, good morning guys, how you doing? Hope all is well. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me all right, if the music's at a good level. Good morning Sharla, Fayaz, Jerome, Fossey. How you guys doing this morning? One more minute and we will roll on. Marcus, how you doing, pal? Perfect, thanks Jerome. Rightio, let's head over to the calendar. We'll start there. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. We'll then we'll also have a look at a gold position I took yesterday, just for some context, why I took the trade, and we'll do the usual and just have a look at the markets overall and see where price might be heading on this Wednesday. Let's go back a sec. Let me get onto the right page here. There we go. Rightio. Okay. Here we are. So if anyone's noticed, price action hasn't been the best so far this week. There's been a lot of candle opens or closures with no wicks on them as well. I've noticed that quite a lot. It seems to be a lot more than usual. Could have something to do with the Christmas period as we move on into Christmas, and also with FOMC today in the PM. So we have FOMC 2 p.m. FOMC press conference from 2:30 p.m. I'd certainly be fairly cautious trading this morning. I will be watching the charts to, seek a position, but unless it's crystal clear, then I won't be touching anything. If yesterday's AM session was anything to go by, price action was terrible for NQ and ES really. Certainly didn't provide any model that we use, the unicorn. So we've just got that news today, and then Thursday we have 8:30 a.m. news as well, and then Friday 8:30 a.m. news. That's my preferred news drop, is the 8:30 news, so we can start hunting after that news drops. Let's have a look at oil, because I'm pretty sure we have inventories today. We have inventories at 10:30. So if you're looking for a position, sometimes I feel like I sound like a broken record, but if you do take a position from open, which is at 9 for commodities, I'd definitely be looking to be out of that position prior to inventories. You're looking for an early night, Marcus? Yeah, me too. I wouldn't mind an early night. Let's and just on that, that's a good segue into the gold position I took yesterday actually. A couple of reminders as well. We also have the Unicorn University and Ash Capital is running a giveaway for this week. I'm just going to bring it up here. So it's the 5 days of presents. So we've obviously already had 2 of those days pass. We've had Series 3 license membership paid in full. That was given away yesterday. That was for a premium member. And we had a month free of Unicorn University given away on Monday. That was for the Ash Capital Group or premium. So anyone that's involved with Ash can have access to that opportunity. And same again, what have we got today? We've got a YouTube giveaway today. So Ash will be doing a YouTube giveaway. Then we've got a public Discord giveaway on Thursday. So it's a month free Unicorn University. And then I'm doing a Twitter giveaway on Friday, which will be a month free of Unicorn University as well. So keep an eye out for those guys. Great opportunity to jump into Unicorn University if you're a first time and you're looking to get in there. Definitely enter those giveaways for your opportunity to win. All right, let's move on over to the charts. Hey Mohammed, thanks for joining. Good morning. Let's head over to gold first. Talking about time that we were. So on the daily, I was looking, this is going back to yesterday, so I was actually looking for price to continue to run lower because I'm still looking for price to seek these lows out. Now price did move lower and then we started to get some indication of a possible reversal. So this is looking at the position I took yesterday and just in regards to time and also following your rules. So if we skip ahead here, so we had a breaker form and this is what we were looking for a position. And using the hourly, I was looking at price starting to move back inside the range of the previous candle, which is why I was looking at taking a long position. And I did take this. Now, if you kept your stop even if you kept it tight, it was still safe. You didn't get stopped out. Targeting 2R. Price just mucked around. It didn't do anything for so long. So I actually ended up exiting the position at break even. And the reason for that is because I have a rule that I won't stay in a position when I go to sleep. Now obviously because of the time zone difference, as it gets later into the AM session for New York, it's getting closer to when I need to get some rest. So it was around this time here, which was 2 AM my time, that I decided to, and I think it was actually on this candle, the 1105 candle, I actually decided to exit my position, break even. So, you know, a couple of dollars in profit, nothing crazy, obviously. And the reason for that is because my rule book says that I will not keep a position open while I'm sleeping. And the main reason for that for me is that I've had too many trades where, because I'm not watching them, I've had my 2R set, You know, I've got my take profit up here, and prices literally reached up to this level and then sold off. So I've ended up waking up to a loss or a break even at any case, if I was able to move my stop into a position. So if I could have moved my stop into a break even position here after we get a push higher, then, you know, something like this price or this candle here, I could have moved into break even and just let the trade do its thing at that point. But this is beyond when I want to be awake. So I decided to exit at break even. But what you'll see is the trade did play out. It took 4 hours and 15 minutes to play out. So it was a grind. I think it was right on this candle here. Yep. So that was your take profit on this candle, the 2R. So I know some people took the trade and were profitable, and I'm okay with that. You know, the psychology of trading, I don't let that bother me because I followed my rules. So that's why I'm bringing this up. You know, we want to stick to our rules. It doesn't matter what anyone else is doing or how they manage their trade. You've got to manage your trade that suits you based on your experience, your exposure to the market, and what you've seen over the time. So I was comfortable enough with that. It was good to see that the idea played out, that our model worked. So there's plenty of pluses from it. It was a slow grind. I mean, even if I was awake for it, I would have been getting fairly impatient, I think. So Jerome says, that's funny, Jimmy. I did the exact same thing on NQ yesterday. Got into a position, closed at a break even because of consolidation and bad emotion management. Then it played out to my TP. It messed with me a lot. Yeah, it will. And this is the thing. You know, you've got to really get into that headspace of, I've made the decision for these reasons, and I'm happy enough with that. You know, just document the trade. What was good about it? What was bad about it? Was it really an A+ setup? The price action yesterday, to be perfectly honest, guys, was not the best, and it didn't really offer that good opportunities, I thought, anyway. And I guess it depends on what time frame you trade as well. But certainly for me on the 5 minute, I wasn't that thrilled with how price action was playing out, which is why I ended up on gold. Gold looked to me to be the only clear position to take. And even after I took it, obviously you saw that how much it chopped around before it actually reached our target. So the biggest battle we have with trading is the psychology aspect of it. Set your rules, stick to your rules, and be happy with that. There's always going to be people that do things differently. There's always going to be people that are more profitable than you. Don't get mixed up in the noise. I've been there, I've done that. It's very easy to get caught up in it. Delete your socials if you have to, or unfollow all those people that win all the time. It's still early days in your trading journey, and there's a long way to go. And if you start letting that stuff get to you, then you may end up just quitting. Okay, let's jump over here to NQ. Feel free, guys, to obviously chat away, and we'll answer your questions along the way. To be able to do that, you do need to subscribe. It's subscribers only mode, so please subscribe to the channel. And also, if you can help out, spread the channel around. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs by Christmas. We're under 200 to go, so I think we need like 192. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. But that's the challenge I've set for myself, to get to 1,000 subs by Christmas. If we get there, then we can run a giveaway to give back to the community. So please share the channel, It would be greatly appreciated. Good morning, Sergio. How you doing? All right, so on NQ, quite clear to see that, you know, through all of this, we've been in bullish order flow. We continue to push higher. We're respecting bullish PD arrays. We have displacement, breakaway gaps. So certainly the trend is bullish and we want to trade with the trend. So today price has come down into this bullish FEG. We've reacted to it straight away. This is your internal range liquidity, so IRL. If anyone is new to trading, you would have possibly heard that term, especially if you use ICT trading concepts. So this is your IRL, and then this is your ERL, so your external range liquidity. So that's what I would be looking for today, is for price to run higher, and it's looking like it might do that at this stage. NQ on the daily is certainly a lot clearer than ES. So there's our daily bias. Looking for new all-time highs. Let's jump down to the hourly. You can see this was quite choppy yesterday. And this is what I was talking about. Look at all these candles with no wicks. I mean, you don't often see that. We go back only a couple of weeks and, you know, it's very rare that you see so many candles without a wick. And yet, price action the last couple of days, we've seen a lot of that. Yeah, I like these highs here, Jerome. So that's the equal highs that Jerome's talking about there. We're definitely tracking towards that at the moment. We have a continuation unicorn here. We didn't get a clean change in the state of delivery. You know, this would have been the level here to look at. So again, we're challenging that right now. Price came through, displaced through this level, and then straight away closed back. Now I was looking for price to hold there. It didn't. It did push through, tested this level again. So we have got a reversal pattern here. We have displacement as well. And again, price respecting that. And we get a close through and then price finds support on this bullish breaker. Yes, good point. Good morning, day trading realtor. How are you, buddy? No wick equals draw on liquidity. So I do also look for the no wick to be a strong draw on liquidity. Thank you for mentioning that. See, we've got quite a large wick here. Usually I would use this entire range for my standard deviation projections, but the wick can manipulate that projection somewhat, so you can bring that in and look to use just the bodies. We get our -2 to 2.5 target region sitting about here. Price is reaching for that at the moment, and it's right where these equal highs are sitting as well. So definitely looking like price might reach for these highs, and we might even see new all-time highs today. And this would be our max extension, this -4. So we get a close through. If we get a close through the -2.5, we can look for price to extend up to the -4. Saying DTR sounds like a mouthful now. It does. Now I've got to remember last week I had a bit of a slip up when I was saying Dixie, so my mate Day Trading Realtor pulled me up on that, so I need to be careful when we get over to Dixie today. I hope everyone has also rolled over their contracts. We're on H now, so all contracts have rolled over. NQ, ES, CL, Gold, they've all rolled over now. So ES on the daily is really quite, well, it's gross, to be honest. We're not at a point of interest. The only thing I could say really is that we have low resistance liquidity on both sides of the range at the moment. And if any of you used to trade patterns at all, then you might look at this as a bull flag. I don't trade patterns anymore, but we'll just do it for the sake of doing it. So this would be a flagpole, as they call it. If we get a breakout to the upside here, you would look for a retest. That would be your extension from the breakout. So if you break out down here, then you could target 6414 or thereabouts. But all we really want to see right now is just ES move out of this range. A spanner pattern. Is that what you call it? I haven't heard of that. Bullish pennant, bear, bull flag. That's what I've used. Have a look at the hourly. So based on the daily, I'm still neutral on ES. You can see that even with NQ moving higher, it hasn't really pulled ES along with it. We do have a bullish change in the state of delivery here. Yeah, we did all use those. I mean, I guess it took, I think I didn't even stumble across ICT concepts until I was almost 2 years into trading. I did all sorts of stuff, pendulum swings and all sorts of things. Pretty sure that was trading related. Okay, so we do have a change in state of delivery here. We have this bullish breaker. Again, price is respecting that. Displacement through the breaker as well. And you can use the single candle. If the high and the low is the single candle and you have a stop hunt, then this is a valid breaker. It can be the high and the low. If we do get that move higher, I'd look to project up to this region here. We also have equal highs. And it might be session highs as well, is it? No, it wasn't session highs. Or was it session highs from Monday? Yeah, the London session highs by the looks. are we? Is this, oh, that's PM, sorry, yeah. But we do have equal highs. It's not session highs, but we do have equal highs there. So ES, I'm still neutral on. Looks like we might start getting a bullish move. We'll see how today plays out. Over on oil, this candle here from Monday is actually an area that I've been interested in since it printed, because like day trader realtor mentioned, we have no wick to the high side, so this is a draw on liquidity. I was anticipating this level to be swept on Monday, but that didn't occur. The price is still inside this range here. We're quite range bound on the daily. And we're not at a point of interest. We have a small bullish FEG down here. So all I could look for me right now is these relative equal highs or these smooth edges here on the daily as our draw. We do have a nice buyer's wick from yesterday's price. So let's go down to the hourly and see if we have a change in the state of delivery. And you'll notice sometimes I use the line chart to confirm that change in the state of delivery. This is the level here that I would be looking at. This is where we get displacement. We get a nice close above these opposing candles here. So I'll be looking to see how price reacts at this level. If price does run lower, then do we respect this level and continue higher, or do we fall underneath and make our way lower? This candle has just stood out to me since Monday. We had this quite a big gap open. So this was the close on Friday, and this was the Sunday open. And we gapped open straight away and then closed lower. So this has stood out all week so far. So I would like to see this level taken. We do have low resistance liquidity through here as well. Would have been nice to have our unicorn formation down here, but we don't have that. So when we don't have that, I'll just use the last candle in this leg to run the manipulation. Our deviations extend to this low resistance liquidity as well. So looking for bullish prices today. How's the mountains day trading realtor? Any more bear sightings? I think I'd rather face a kangaroo than a bear, that's for sure. Not yet. I'm glad. Okay, Euro futures. We had our move from the highs. And from a weekly perspective, I do look at the weekly occasionally. I was looking for price to move from internal to external. Price has started to do that. This would be the current target, unless we put in some structure, and then we might get a swing point here. No real point of interest as this move lower. We came down, we swept this low, and what I was looking at, if we go back to the weekly, this was in my Monday analysis. I was looking for price to come up and respect 50% of the previous week's range. I mean, you can see we have done that. We'd actually be looking for price to run lower today on account of the respect here. And what I was looking for the week was an open, high, low close on the weekly. So even with a weekly bearish bias, having a couple of days to run up to this point of interest, I was okay with. Let's head over to gold. So gold moving from this swing point, bearish FEG, and as price moved lower, we started to disrespect these bullish PD arrays, these bullish FEGs. And as we did that, my bias remained bearish. Again, we closed through this bullish FEG as well. So these lows here being the draw. We had a run up on Monday. Now the only consideration here, we haven't come out of a point of interest, but we did get a candle closure inside Monday's range. So just something to keep an eye on. So overall, I'm still leaning towards bearish for gold. Let's have a look at the hourly and see what the hourly has for us, which we were looking at before, obviously, but what I wanted to point out was this change in the state of delivery. And this is where it's quite clear. We have the opposing candles here, that's our sweep. And then you can see we had this displacement. So this is a really good example of the change in state of delivery, and price has come down and respected this. Now, I'll point out that this is equal lows here, and that's the session lows from Asia and London. We can see the session lows here. There's a potential strong draw on liquidity there as we move into New York Open. It's also a bullish breaker. We want to see this level respected if price is going to run higher. If we fail here, then we're going to seek out those lows that we looked at on the daily. Marcus says on the daily, there is an FEG and an inversion below. Let's go back and have a look at the daily. Looking at this one here, Marcus, and this inversion. So we have a balanced price range here. And that's, you know, if we continue to move lower here, then price seeking out these lows and rebalancing more of this imbalance would make sense. And then we could look to see if price has a willingness to move higher from there. I'm just going to use DTR from now on, honestly. It's definitely better and less of a mouthful. Okay, let's have a look at Dixie. So on the daily, Dixie has been respecting this bullish breaker. We have been bouncing around, so I'm still looking for price to run higher here while we respect this level. So pretty straightforward there on Dixie. This, you know, it's really good when you want to see the information stand out to you, and straight away you can look at the chart and go, okay, we have a bullish unicorn here. On the daily, so a strong pattern, and this is our draw. We can then move to our standard deviations and we can look for potential target. So remaining bullish on Dixie. Let's have a look at Russell. So we see price pushed out of this bearish FEG. We wicked up into that. We've also closed through. In doing so, we've closed through this bullish FEG. Low resistance liquidity. So I'll be looking for price to move lower here. You can see this candle that did wick into the FEG closed back inside the range of the previous candle. There's some insight to order flow there. Obviously we've got this continued quite a leg just chopping down here, but when we get this sort of price action, it does give you further insight to order flow. Peppy Coco, thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. Thanks for jumping on. Hope everyone's looking forward to the break. Is everyone taking time off? I'll be taking a week off, I think, at this stage. YM just continuing to move lower here. Gee, look at this run of consecutive bearish days. Crazy. Again, invalidated this bullish FEG. So I'll be looking for this level, for price to reach to this level. Seeing something like this today, potentially filling this gap somewhat, rebalancing this imbalance, and then continuing lower. Should we have a look at some crypto? We'll look at BTC. BTC target is looking pretty good right now. We can see the same information, the same way we approach the futures markets you can use for crypto as well. This is just some markings that I already had on the charts. This is my target, 111,000. That'll be the moment where I decide, do I take some profit or not? Probably should, after sitting through that horrible bear market. So price broke through this all-time high, and you can see price has come back and respected that. But what do we have? What do we notice straight away? Bullish FEG. Price has tapped into that today, and we are getting a reaction from there. So be looking for price to reach external. Beers, food, and sleep. That's for sure. I'm having a pretty quiet one this Christmas. We had, I think we had almost every family member at our house last year, including my in-laws and brother-in-law from Germany. So it was a very full house here last year. So I'm looking forward to having a quiet one by the pool with some beers and some food. There's no doubt. Yep, we can have a look at Sol. Have a quick look at Ethereum here. Clear that up. Okay, so price swept the high here. Got a very tiny, but it is there. Bullish FEG. Price has come down to that. It hasn't quite tapped into it. Would have liked to have seen a tap into that, but we have swept these lows. So that is something. So I'd still be looking for price to start moving its way higher. Solana. Hey, thank you. I'm going to say Diali because I can't pronounce your first name. Sorry. I'm terrible. But I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So on the weekly for Solana, starting off, price is respecting this bullish FEG. Price has also respected this buyer's wick. So we have this buyer's wick from last week. You can see price has tapped that and is respecting that level at the moment as well. If this level fails, then we're likely going to head into this bullish FEG. But if we can hold here, then we can look to target the high. Ah, perfect. Thanks, Diali. Moving down to the daily. You can see that 50% level, how it's supported price perfectly. If I don't move the tool around. So if we're using this as a point of interest, we are finding support there. It is choppy on the daily though. Most recent information on the daily. Bearish FEG. You can see even from the highs here, we have a bearish unicorn. We've got our FEG aligned. Price did just close below the breaker by the looks on this candle here. And we've been able to break back through this level here. I don't want to see altcoins go lower, but if they do, then this would be my projection for Solana. If we do see this reversal, and you can see we are respecting the bearish PD arrays here. And I could almost bet if when we drop to the hourly that there'll be likely no change in the state of delivery. It's just chop. So first of all, I'd be targeting this low here as we are respecting this bearish FEG. So internal to external, that's where I'd be looking for price to head to. From this point, you can then reassess. Hopefully we do see a bullish change in the state of delivery. And this is what you'd want to look for. Well, we do have a bearish change in the state of delivery after this run higher. And you can run projections from the high to the low here, or use the bodies. Those wicks are quite large. We'll see how that lines up with the daily low we were looking at. Look at that. Lines up perfectly. So that would be the region I'd be looking for. And then looking for price to react at this -2 to 2.5. So remember guys as well, Ash is running his stream from 9:15 this morning on his YouTube, and he will be doing a giveaway. And then Friday, I'll be running a Twitter giveaway for Unicorn University. Anything else you guys want me to have a look at this morning? Otherwise, we'll start wrapping up here. I can go get myself ready for the market to open. I will point out that if we do take this low and we start moving higher, we have lots of low resistance liquidity at the highs here for price to run higher. Hey Duke, thanks for tuning in, buddy. This is one of my bags, VRA. But it's having a bit of a sell-off at the moment, sadly. I really wanted to respect this 50%, but it's failed. So I think there might be a good chance. If we don't get a reaction at this low, then we're probably heading down to this bullish FEG here. Again though, smooth edges on the daily. Great draw on liquidity. We'll see. Diali, just a quick question. In what scenario would you take a trade before 9:30 open? Okay, so this really comes down to the individual. If I go back a couple of months, I only traded after 9:30. So I traded when the market opened, or 9 o'clock for commodities, oil or gold. But then you would also be waiting for news. So if it's not 9:30, then you're waiting for news to drop if you have news after 9:30. I've since changed the way I trade a little bit, and I'm currently updating my trade plan because I now start looking for positions from 8:30. So if my criteria is met, then I will look for a position from 8:30. Again, that's completely up to the individual. You need to have, I guess, a proven track record or have data to back it up. That's the reason why I've switched it a little bit. I also only forward test. I do not back test. I personally loathe back testing. So that's how I learn. I'll use evals to essentially take riskier trades. If I'm testing something, I only will forward test. I won't use it on my funded accounts to do that though. So yeah, I can only say that really is up to the individual. So I hope that answers your question. All right, guys, if there's no more questions, we might start wrapping it up there. I do appreciate you all tuning in. What's next? Yeah, so being Christmas Day next Wednesday, I don't think we'll do a stream. We might wait till, we probably won't be doing one the week after either, will we? That'll be a New Year's Day. But I'll work out a schedule for the next Unicorn University stream for the next midweek market meetup and let you all know. But I do appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much. If you want to keep up with the information I provide, follow me on Twitter and obviously in the Discord. Unicorn University, Ash Capital. The information I try and provide every day in there. Otherwise, have a fantastic Christmas. Hope you all enjoy the time with your friends and family. And hopefully Santa is kind to you. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks again. Thanks for a good year, and we will catch up with you soon. I will post a schedule once I've worked it out. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye for now.